Having said that, let's get right into it. Here's an interview President Trump does yesterday with ABC. Rob, pull up a few of the clips if you can, and we'll go one by one. This fellow, I've not seen him. Maybe he's somebody that's done this before. I'm sure he is because he is representing ABC. The president agreed to do the interview with them, ABC. This is the only interview that was done on the 100 days. So President Trump has a lot of options. Trust me, a lot of people are asking him to do it. He agreed to do with ABC. And here's what ended up happening. I want to show you a couple of the clips. Here's the first clip. Rob, is this the clip about the fact that the referrals, did you know that there's any referrals? And says, how do you know? Is this that one?
Yep.
Let's start off with that one here. Watch this here, folks. Go ahead, Rob.
Fraud is a crime. There have been no referrals to the Justice Department on any.
Well, you don't know that, do you? How do you know that?
Have there been referrals to the? Are there criminal referrals?
How would you know that?
Watch what happened.
That there were no referrals. I think there were referrals.
They generally are. There's been no investigation from the Justice Department.
How do you know that?
I'm asking you, sir.
No, you're not asking me. You made a statement.
Right.
You're not
Now I'm asking you.
That was a statement that you made. There have
I'm
been.
asking you.
Have there been? Yes, there have.
So there have been referrals for fraud from the work of
there have been. Take a look at some of these things that took place. Billions of dollars were given to people for no reason whatsoever. Of course.
Because there's a wasp in the light. Right here.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm all good with
Okay.
that. So when you see something like that, Tom, when you see something like that, how do you react to it? When you see there's no referrals, there was referrals, do you read into it to the fact that, when there's sometimes the communication that they're working with the intelligence agency, some of these big companies like ABC, or do you just kind of look at it as, no, he's just spitballing and trying to corner the president?
Well, first of all, ABC got caught because ABC didn't think there was any referrals, and so they were going with the statement to start the assertive part of the interview with not looking like you're attacking the president. Make a statement that attacks the president. Do you see what I mean? Let the fact attack him. There have been no referrals to the Justice Department. He's like, you don't know that. And see, what they don't know and don't understand is there are closed hearings. That's not what a grand jury is about. You'll hear a grand jury's been convened in Miami to look into this, and those are closed. We don't know who's in there as witnesses. We don't know what the DA is looking at. Sometimes you hear what the topics are. And so they come out and make that statement, and he slapped him. He absolutely bitch slapped him. You don't know that. What are you talking about? You don't know that.
Shit.
It says there have been referrals. And now the guy's like, I'm asking you, sir. That's the recovery. Oh, I'm asking you, sir.
Right. You know you screwed up.
That wasn't his angle.
Now, here's another one. Here's the other one about the MS-13 tattoos, where look what happens with this one. Go ahead, Rob.
Murderers, criminals in this country. We have to get them out, and we're doing it.
By law.
And you'll pick out one man, but even the man that you picked out, he said he wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute
Well, wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not
Don't
have the
do that.
letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshopped. So let me
That was Photoshop, Terry. You can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. But I picked you, Terry. Hey, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture. We'll
and you think it
agree
was
to disagree.
Photoshop? Well,
Here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine,
No,
sir.
Terry,
I want to get to Ukraine.
No. He had MS as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go on. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay, you can pause.
Okay.
Can you go? I want to see what Blaze put on there. Can you zoom in on what Blaze put on there? So he had MS-13 tattoo on his knuckle. He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. It says MS-13. It was Photoshopped. Do you want me to show you the photo? I'm not an expert. Unreal. So, Vinny, what do you know about this one here?
Technically, because me and Jake were talking about it, the guy didn't have actually MS-13. He had 4 symbols that translate in the gang world, like the marijuana is the M. There's 3 other things that are on there that are.
Yeah.
It is.
Rob, I just sent you some images.
It stands for MS-13, but the one that he's talking about was actually somebody put MS-13.
No. There's 2 pictures. There's one picture that shows marijuana, which is the
M
the
for marijuana.
The S is Rob. If you have the picture,
There's like a
Rob.
smile, I want to say, like a smiley face. Here you go. And there's a cross.
Zoom in, Rob.
And then there's
Yeah.
a
Cross is the
skeleton.
one.
Yeah, see?
And this three eyes is the three.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
13.
So, but he's saying it said MS-13. It didn't say it. You have to basically spell it out because they're not going to put.
Yeah, no, I know it doesn't say MS-13, but I mean, look, when I was in the Army and my drill sergeant had 3-dot tattooed in his eyes,
You know what's
and they kept asking him, hey, drill sergeant, what's up with the 3 dots? He says, these are moles.
Birthmarks?
And I pulled him aside one day, no one's, I said, drill sergeant, I know his name, I'm not going to say his name because we follow each other. I said, you realize what those 3 things mean? I
Yeah.
said, he starts smiling. I said, look, I got respect. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I know what that means.
It
So-
means
you
he
killed-
was just very
Yeah.
sad, or
well,
what did it
no,
mean?
the
Yeah.
teardrop means something. The 3 dots means my
Yes.
crazy life. But
What?
there is meanings to it. Like
Is that technically mean
you're
how many
in
people you've
when you
gone to
take off
see,
your shirt
Allah?
and you're running and your stomach says 13th Street.
Oh.
And the drill sergeant asks you, why do you have a tattoo of 13th Street? You don't just say, I used to live on the streets. I never wanted to get lost.
Yeah,
I want to make
right.
sure everybody knows. Like if you ever kill me, please take me to my family on 13th Street. That's where I
Gotcha.
live, right?
All
So
sorts of
there-
gang. There's symbols everywhere that mean sentences, right? You know, there's one of my favorite T-shirts. I love country music, but we probably shouldn't show the symbols. But people can Google it and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
These
I
are
love
innuendos.
country
These are
music.
innuendos.
But people see it all the time. Symbols make sentences.
That's so
See this?
funny. That is
I
so
love
freaking
country
funny.
music.
Get the Hillary.
Oh, okay.
Country music.
All right, I
Yeah.
see this
Well,
one.
anyway.
Tom, you are some
Gotcha.
dirty.
I love
No,
him.
no. But the symbols, there are symbols and tattoos
You're the
all the way. And
dirtiest
so if
devout
ABC,
Christian
There it
I
is.
know.
He really is.
If ABC
He really
wants
is.
to say, oh, it's
Stop
not
it.
this or
Little
not that,
offensive, though.
it didn't say MS-13 in Spanish. Come
Yeah.
on, ABC. And that guy, you said you were given the opportunity of a lifetime. This is where reporters get into trouble.
Rob,
with
can
Trump.
you put up the one that he says about Pete Hegseth, 100%? Do you have the 100% one?
Yep.
Here's one that's so interesting where he says, this is the dumbest, stupidest question I've heard. Go ahead, Rob.
Signal chat with his wife on it where he's discussing that attack in Yemen. There's another signal chat discussing the attack on Yemen. There's a reporter accidentally involved. You said the other day that you had a talk with the secretary. Did you take him to the woodshed?
I had a talk with him, and whatever I said, I probably wouldn't be inclined to tell you. But we had a good talk. He's a talented guy. He's young. He's smart, highly educated. And I think he's going to be a very good hopefully a great defense secretary, but he'll be a very good defense secretary.
You have
maybe great.
100% confidence in
I
Pete
don't have
Hegseth.
100% confidence in anything. Okay, anything. Do I have 100%? It's a stupid question. Look,
It's a pretty important
I
position.
have no. You don't have 100%. Only a liar would say I have 100% confidence. I don't have 100% confidence that we're going to finish this interview. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, he's such a.
It's awesome.
This is why people vote for this guy. He just doesn't give he doesn't let you walk over
By the way,
him.
this interview is probably worth 2 percentage points on approval rating because this is people. You know, they keep saying on Twitter, "Did you vote for this? Is this who you vote for?" Like
Yes.
certain brothers
Yeah.
who are complete tools keep
Tools.
sending these out. Yeah. Well, guess what? If you put this out there, you're gonna get 500,000 people say yes. That guy is what I voted for.
And you know what? Because I want to ask you guys a question though. So ABC gets this interview. Do they coach this guy? Do they tell I don't even know his name. Do they say, hey, listen, when you go in
sure.
there, push and punch, and it doesn't help
For
them.
sure, they coach the guy to know what to say, what not to say. There's a part in the interview that I love when he says, the people didn't vote for this, for tariffs. Do you know what his answer is?
No.
Do you know, Rob, can you find that one? But, Mr. President, the people didn't vote for this. He says, sure they did. This is what they voted for. Sure they did. Yesterday when I was on the panel and Chris asked me a question about, hey, what do you think about all this stuff that's going on? And da-da-da-da-da. I said, so what do you mean? How many times did the president need to tell you his favorite word in the dictionary is tariffs?
Tariffs. It's
a beautiful word.
What part of tariffs was a surprise to anybody?
Exactly.
The number one enemy that we have is China.
Boom.
Who didn't do any of the agreements on the terms that we had. And now you want him to sit there and just allow them to do whatever they want to do? He says, no, we're not doing that. He says, first of all, people voted for this. There's a part of it. I don't know if you can find that, Rob, or not. Is that the one, Rob?
I'm looking for
Okay,
it still.
keep looking for it. But Adam, when you see this interview here with the 2 exchanges with ABC, what do you think this does do you think the president needs to do more of these things?
Well, there's a common theme here, and I think these reporters are actually taking the complete opposite approach that you should be taking with Trump. Rather than getting on there and disguise an interview with some more sort of moral grandstanding and try to have gotcha questions and basically try to grill Trump and make a name for yourself. I would actually take the opposite approach. Try to actually extract information out of the president of the United States and win him over and say, you know what? That was a tough interview, but I respect it. You didn't try to get me. Because Trump is so used to this. How many times has Trump sat down with a person just like this and just
For years.
whip them up? So, you know, whether it's their bosses, whether it's the executive producers, whether it's the owners of whoever saying, you got to get him, you got to hold him accountable, that doesn't work well in the long run. In the short run, you might get a quick little clip that you might get you and gotcha. But in the end, he's never going to come back to you again. How many didn't he end up suing CBS for something of some capacity? 60 Minutes, I want to say, for a fake Kamala
Yes,
interview.
and it's a key part of their merger going on right now that they have to reconcile the suit before federal folks will let it close.
If I was a reporter, I'd be firm but fair. This is a serious interview with the President of the United States on day 100, correct? And I think it's just a horrible look to try to get you and with gotcha questions.
Here's a clip that I was talking about tariffs. Rob, go ahead.
Concern out there. People are worried. Even some people who voted for you saying, I didn't sign up for this. So
Sure they did.
how do you answer those concerns?
Well, they did sign up for it, actually, and this is what I campaigned on. I said that we've been abused by other countries at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We were losing $3 to $5 billion a day on trade.
Concern out there. People are.
I love that. You know why that's important is, you know, when we're given the score, and I gave C- on results, you have a big pipeline and sales. Everyone's like, how could you give something like that? I said, dude, I've been in sales for my entire life. Okay, pretty much. When you have a pipeline of 100 clients that you're trying to close, say this one's going to be a $16,000 commission. This one's going to be $38,000, $2,200, $4,200. But if you haven't closed the 100 clients you have in the pipeline, you don't get a grade on the leaders bulletin. You get a low grade. Mm-hmm. You get a grade on a massive pipeline, but guess what?
Closing.
Once they start closing, then all of a sudden, boom, you move up on the leaders bulletin. But this was one of the promises that he made. And I knew it was going to get scary for some. You know, we do engagements for our consulting firm. You can go to betdavid.com and see it. For about, 10,000 business owners, give or take, from 60-plus countries. And we talked to them. What's the challenge you're going through? What are you feeling? We talked about this in Mar-a-Lago last week. If you remember in the room, well, I'm like, tell me the pain you're feeling. What are you going through? Here's how we're negotiating this. Here's how we're dealing with this. We're not using somebody else. We were using China. Now we're going to Vietnam. Now we're going to Singapore. Now we're going with this. You're seeing what they're going through. But the reality of it is, this is what you voted for. If you knew the guy said, here's what he's going to be doing, he has to go and finish the job with tariffs. And the last clip I want to play of this, Rob, if you have it, there's one last one I think that you have. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where at the end he says ABC's the worst. Is this the one? Let's wrap up with this one here. Watch this, folks.
Do you think the reputation of the United States has gone down under your presidency?
No, I think it's gone way up, and I think we're a respected country again. We were laughed at all over the world. We had a president that couldn't walk up a flight of stairs, couldn't walk down a flight of stairs, couldn't walk across the stage without falling. We had a president that was grossly incompetent. You knew it, I knew it, and everybody knew it, but you guys didn't want to write it because you're fake news.
All right. Thank you.
And by the way, ABC is one of the worst. I have to be honest with you.
Thank you. Do you think the...
And by the way, ABC's one of the worst. I have to be very honest with you. Do you know, like when I sit there and I think about why would he do this? He did this just to say that to their face. Mm-hmm. Just to say that to their face. On how dishonest of a media empire you've built and what you've done. And it was so bad that Whoopi Goldberg apparently was being asked on the show to promote the interview that's coming up, and I don't even think she wanted to promote the interview.
It felt like remember when Sonny Hostin had to do the retract? Oh, Tom, she had to give a legal statement for multiple times for all the dumb crap that comes out of her mouth. Whoopi's the show's wrapping, and you could tell that a producer's saying, "Hey, don't forget to mention the episode." And look at how this. By the way,
It's stuff they do all the time. Hey, coming up later, ABC World News Tonight and an interview with Trump. And she's like, oh, I can't do this.
She couldn't. It hurt her to say it, but it gives me so much satisfaction because of this show being one of the worst shows. And I know you haven't.
Did you find it?
This is actually.
I have it. It's going to take a second. I have an ad.
So and that's why. And I'm so happy with your announcement, Pat. That's going to be coming up. This is the worst show out, and I'm shocked that people watch it.
Is this it, Rob?
This is it.
Go for it. Watch this, folks.
Right to say how you feel. You have every right to say, I don't like what's going on. You have every right to say, why am I paying for this when this is not, I didn't have a fight with anybody. We're just trying to get through. Yes, I see you. And I know you want me to say this. So let me say it.
Look.
You can hear his view of the first 100 days on an exclusive interview tonight on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern and streaming afterwards on Hulu, Disney Plus, and ABC News Live.
That might be.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, that might be another reason he did it, just to have them have to promote him. You're promoting the president. That your existence of the show is just hate, and I love it.
She's getting too much airtime on the fact that this happened. I do not concern myself with her irrelevance.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you tell us your thoughts, Todd, about that. But when it comes on to this, with The View, right, where they're at, there's a lot of ladies that want to have another show that they can listen to. So for months, we've been talking about it. We've been talking to hundreds of women, and we have right now a deep roster of ladies, and we are launching a new show that we've already shot this week. You're going to see who it is. We had Jillian Michaels, Lindy Lee, Anna Kasparian, Amy Dangerfield.
What a lineup.
And we had Elizabeth Pipko here, and wait till you hear who else is going to be on the show here soon. The show is called Her Take, and I want you to get a glimpse of what this is going to look like. Go ahead, Rob.
Welcome to Her Take, where real conversation happens.
Let me just take a step back and ask a broader question. I'm actually with Trump on this. It's one of the reasons why I left the Democratic Party.
Let's talk about the mistake, though. Lindy, let's talk about the mistake for a second, okay? He had a legitimate asylum claim.
Intersex, pansexual, two-spirit. What the heck is a two-spirit?
Give it to me in English and then dumb it down to 6th grade level.
I wake up in the morning and I have no spirit, so I'm are they really marginalized?
Can I have two?
Like, jeez.
I will be the first one to say that birth control destroyed my life.
The goal is to create lifelong medical patients because that is passive residual income for them every week, every month till the end of that person's life.
You've got real conversations that happen here. Different voices collide, clash, and sometimes even connect. There are no scripts, no echo chambers, and just smart and spirited debates. Ladies, are you ready to jump in?
Let's do this.
There you go.
Finally.
Finally.
Let's go, baby.
Cannot
Let's go.
wait. It was great. It's funny because, they came through, they saw the campus. We have it set up where soon there'll be a live event with live attendance in place. And then the distribution, the talent, the 150 full-time employees that we have in-house right now that are helping support everything that we're doing. Cannot wait. But by the way, we're talking to so many different ladies that want to be part of the first show. Schedule and all this other stuff. Stay tuned. You're going to see what's going to be coming up. But tomorrow, this will be launched on Her Take. Rob, can we put the channel below? Folks, can you go support? If you love these ladies, if you love this idea, go support it. If you want an opposition, a different angle of a show to what's going on there, go to Her Take. Put it in the chat. Please support it. It'll be launched tomorrow. You'll see the trailer all over the place. So this lemon campaign that we launched on Thursday with the box, okay, that was launched, that all of you guys, many of you saw. Those of you that didn't, this box that's being shipped to people who are going through a lot of different things today to make their day. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade with a lemon hat in it and a presentation with a video of me speaking to them, giving them a message here. I'm going to press pause here. There was so many accountants. One accountant sent it to 11 clients, lawyers, realtors, insurance folks using it. But then we had a chance to read the note of what some people were writing to their clients. I'm not going to give the names. I just want to read the notes to you. It was so, our staff is, when I'm reading this, our marketing team, they're in tears, literally when I'm reading this to them. I'm not going to say the name, okay? They put the name there, then says, sending you some love to help lift your heart up today, and wanted to say, again, how sorry I am with Susan's passing. I hope this cheers you up, your spirits, just for a moment. I love you, sister, and always remember to move forward. Flowers don't happen without rain. Love you always. The name is in there. Are you kidding me? Okay. Then it goes here, me and you forever together. Put your goals always in front of you. Surround yourself with one quality, with people you become, who you're with. Thank you for your friendship. Here's another one. Love you, brother. Hope you like this. Greatest podcast ever. You not only being a father, husband, and a brother, you are also a policeman. You have so much you deal with on a day-to-day basis, but you still show up for your family. I not only love you, I respect you. I'm telling you, the more I was reading these notes, the more emotional we were getting ourselves. I love the fact that the Valuetainment audience is taking time to order something, to ship to somebody else, to make their day. How awesome is this that we're doing this? So for all of you guys that placed the order, I love that the fact that you're doing this. We're wired the same exact way. You can pick and choose the hats, whether it's the white one, the black one, or the green one when you're sending out to them. There's still a few left if you haven't done it yet on the Lemon campaign, especially with everything that people are going on right now. Go to vtmerch.com, place your order. And then also for the mothers out there, you asked for it. We wanted to do it. We know this audience is 80% men, but 20% women. It used to be 90%. The female audience has grown in a major way. Rob, if you want to play the clip, Mother's Day is around the corner next week, and we got a bunch of VT mom gear, stuff that's out there. You know, Mama, today I love you, VT Mom, future looks bright. Here's one that I like a lot that's also on the site, VT Mama. This is another one that we have. Valuetainment Mama that we got out there. It's awesome. So we wanted to make sure that ladies typically do the shopping for us. We're not good at this stuff. Go place an order for mothers out there that are doing the right thing. They're going out of their way, and you're seeing how hard they're working. Every order you place, they're going to get a VT Mom keychain. And then if you place an order above $100, it's the VT Mom keychain plus this mug that says VT Mom, and it explains a sophisticated achiever that is always there for you no matter what. Moms, love you. Place an order for the mothers out there that watch PBD Podcast and Valuetainment. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.